Hey gang, it's Chris Angel, and in this video, I want to talk about how to use your MLS to calculate turnover for your farm. Now get this, most people when they pick a farm, go out and they pick it based on a couple things like price point, style of home, or even convenience to where they live. And that's great, that is a great starting point. But if you don't go further in your research, you could be spending a ton of time and money and getting very little return. And a lot of that is solved by just calculating turnover. So here's what I recommend you do. The first thing, there are two steps to this. The first step is you've got to go to your title company and figure out how many homes total are in your farm. Most MLSs that I know of don't produce that info for you. So go to your title company and you're going to give them a street by street by street by street to create a perimeter for your farm and figure out how many single family homes are inside that perimeter. Now, if you're doing condos, right, it's the same thing, but you just want to figure out how many condos total. And your MLS isn't going to have that data. Now, once you have that, let's say you come back with 1,000 homes, which is in my smart farming program, that's what I recommend. You want to have about 1,000 homes, give or take 100 or 200 homes, okay? Once you have that in your MLS, here's what you're going to do. There's two criteria. You're going to do sold last 12 months. That's it. You want to go, it's probably going to be a map search that you're going to have to do. And you're going to try to retrace that perimeter as close as possible. Okay, so once you do that, you're going to figure out how many homes sold. If your title search gave you 1,000 homes and your MLS search gave you 50 homes, right, then that's 5% turnover. Now, watch this. Let's say that you have 2 or 3 homes or 2 or 3 farms that you want to compare. And you do them, and they're each about 1,000 homes. But the turnover of one is 50 homes and the turnover of the other is 200 homes. That's a difference of 5% turnover versus 20% turnover. Now, if you were going to invest time and money into a farm, which one do you think would give you a better return on your efforts? Why not go build your farm? Why not invest in the farm that has 20% of the people moving in and out of that community every year rather than the one that only has 5%? See, this is going to save you a ton of time, but it's going to give you a bigger return on the efforts that you do put into it. So this is really important, gang. In my smart farming program, I teach this with what I call a farm decision matrix. And it's just a worksheet that gives you sort of a multi-up comparison of 4 or 5 different farms that you can compare. And turnover is one of the key metrics that we use in that decision matrix, right? There are other ones too, and you can get that farm decision matrix for free at farmchecklist.com. So if you'd like that, you can go download that today at farmchecklist.com. All right, gang, here's my last question for you before I let you go. I'd like to know what kind of questions you have about farming. Maybe you're just starting a farm or you've been farming for a while now, but we all sort of bump into things. And what I'd like is sort of a dialogue in the comments below around your questions, right? We all have questions, gang, right? So let's just, I know some people could probably like, I don't want to put my questions in, that would be vulnerable. But look, the more that we start to share what our questions are, the more that we can help each other, right? So help me help you and put your questions in the comments below and let's have a dialogue, all right? All right, gang, see you on the next one.